Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, y'all. So I'm just going to dive right into this meatball situation. What happened is she ended up making a post about how she was, getting ready to get out of here. And Tinkerbella responded, and Tinkerbella was sort of kind of like, yeah, you get on my nerves, pretty much. What that tells me is that Tinkerbella wants to attach herself to Meatball still. Weren't you done with Meatball? Can't you just not stand Meatball? Now that Meatball is getting attention on social media, you felt the need to insert yourself and try to pretend that you're so concerned about Meatball. If you were concerned about Meatball, you would have showed that on the show. It's giving fake vibes. It kind of just bring me back to this, where Camilla kind of called, Tinka out for, I guess, being a fake friend. I kind of agree with that. It's just, people go through stuff and, you know, um, they get over it eventually. It didn't seem like serious enough of an issue for her to want to like quit Meatball, I guess, or just stop, being friends with Meatball or whatever. Now, when it comes down to this clip, she went on to explain herself here in this clip.
What's up, y'all? I just want to say thanks to everybody that was checking up on me. And I just want to say, listen, I was going through a lot. And today I woke up in a better mood. Buy a pup print beanie and get a beanie free and a shirt free. It ain't nothing.
Basically, what Meatball was saying was a bunch of that she was backpedaling and she felt bad about, just basically coming on social media with that. And here are a couple posts that she put up. This maybe just going through a lot, so she felt like she needed to vent on social media. I mean, she does have a large following. What are people for? So, I mean, I don't feel like it's such a terrible thing that she comes to social media to say how she feels or how she's feeling. I just feel it's concerning and alarming. Like she even acknowledged that, kids are watching, different people are watching. You just have to be, cautious with the message that you send across. Cause I'd be, a little upset if my kid liked Meatball, following Meatball, and my kid wants to go tell me, oh, look what happened to Meatball. Now they're having sentiments or just, having issues, and now they want to say stuff like, oh, I don't want to go. Like, no, that's a bad example. Meatball shouldn't be putting that on social media. Yes, you can vent. Venting is cool. It happens. You sometimes want to vent. You sometimes want to rant. But to get out here and literally be talking about offing, getting yourself gone, self-deleting and stuff like that, that's so serious. Like, that's not something to play, take lightly, say it one day, not say it the next day, or whatever the case may be. I do understand feelings change, people go through things, but why are you getting on social media saying something so crazy? Go get somebody to talk to. Even if it is somebody you probably think don't care. At the end of the day, if they're in your phone, they're calling your phone, call them back. Dump your load on them. Tell them how you really feel. Let them know what you're going through. If they don't want to hear it, still say it. And then once you keep talking until they hang up the phone. I mean, at the end of the day, people use you all day. Why not get what you need out of them? If you have to just vent, then vent. And especially if it's a person that uses you or needs you a lot. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of like, just something to touch on, because it was really like crazy for her to be coming out that with such a big social media presence. Plus, you just left off baddies. People are still watching you. To bring that to the forefront after you just had a fight, and I just didn't see what was the point of that. Coming to social media with that kind of message. Anyways, now Tinkerbella, she, y'all don't want to say it, just like Tasiki built her name off of Krishan. Tinkerbella kind of, built her name off of Meatball, the whole friendship thing, her being on baddies, pretty much Meatball and Diamond is who carried Tinka. Tinka really doesn't offer much. Yeah, she gets out and she does her little comedy, like she might say a little funny thing here and there. She gives me Summer vibes. Like they almost try too hard that it comes off funny, but it's like a desperate funny. It's like a desperate kind of funny where it's like, people are saying stuff and it's like, crickets. It wasn't that funny. Jiminy Cricket. I really do like some of the girls on the cast. And I am kind of okay and glad that they brought Tinka back to this season, because honestly, we need the spice. We need her to get on there, act a fool, cut up, do all that stuff what we like to do when I'm, paying for my subscription. So, I mean, I understand she get on there, doing a little 1-2, acting a little extra, getting theatrical with it on camera. But at the end of the day, I felt like all of the situation she had with Meatball was something that they could have mended over. It really was more or a little different than she tried to portray it about the baddies chain. Obviously, it's deeper, but at the end of the day, I just felt like it was corny. But enough of Tinka. I just wanted to touch on the Meatball situation because it is a very serious situation. I don't know personally what she's going through. I follow these people just as much as I can see on social media. And seeing on social media from what I am seeing is that Meatball, just needed somebody to talk to. She's having a hard time. Like I said, obviously, Tinka felt indebted. Yeah, she felt indebted as a quote-unquote friend to Meatball to, even answer to her cries out for help because it has nothing to do with you. Once you said you dusted your hands, you left her alone, there shouldn't be any more mention of Meatball out of your mouth. But obviously, you still want to attach yourself to Meatball because you see Meatball is still making bigger moves than you. Being on Baddies, Meatball is still a bigger celebrity than you. And the same thing goes for, like, what Camilla was saying. Like, it was giving hater vibes to me from the beginning. It was really giving hater vibes. And I'll touch more on that, once I get the chance. But it really, it just didn't sit well with me how she so-called ended her, long friendship with Meatball over, some girls at Baddies. Yeah, so touching back on the topic, it's just like at the end of the day, like we all need someone to talk to. We all need a shoulder to cry on. Like I said, that's what social media is for. They even have social media pages and groups. You can go on, you can vent, you can talk, to people and stuff like that. Just take advantage of those things, and be grateful. Be grateful. People out here, are ungrateful. Like, oh, I might not have things that I want. But guess what? You have someone to talk to. That's a thing that a lot of people are lacking. That's a thing that a lot of people pay for. They go to therapy for, etc. So like it's really nothing to take lightly. It's also something to really look at and kind of like self-reflect on and say, if I were to have these feelings, how would I handle that situation? If I were to, just be like in a state of mind where I feel alone and I just want someone to talk to, how would I handle that situation? And really just like, put your big pull your pants up and kind of just be like, I really need to make these rationales and kind of like bring my thoughts together when it comes down to certain things because people will and do crash out every single day. The last people you expect, the people that you don't expect to crash out, Meatball, being herself, we expect Meatball to, come on the internet and say, I'm going to crash out. But I don't think that it's a good idea. But even, her, that's normal. We expect Krishan, for example, to get on the internet and crash out. That's her. But at the end of the day, when you look, it's even people of a higher stature who end up, just can't take it. Like sometimes things are just so overwhelming to where you feel like you just can't take it. And I can understand that from a perspective or just from an outsider looking in. And I can see how serious it is. So, prayers up for Meatball. She's silly, she crazy, she be doing all type of, nut stuff, nut shit on the internet. But, she is who she is, and I actually like Meatball. I grew to like Meatball. I didn't really know much about Meatball before Baddies. I knew of her name, but I never really paid attention to Meatball, I'm just going to be honest. She is a big celebrity in her city. She has a large following. I know that, she started some riot. She was responsible for starting like some riot in her city, telling her fans like, yeah, go handle that when something happened. I don't know, with some police or something. But she has a big following. She is definitely Queen of Philly. When it comes down to it, she makes people laugh. People like her personality. Also, Tinka, she, she puts people on. She put Tinka on. If they didn't like surround that situation around their friendship dynamic to get a storyline on the show, like I said, it wasn't gonna be much of Tinka on the show. But yeah, at the end of the day, like I said, these situations are very serious. I take them very serious, and everyone should too. Check on your loved ones, and if you like seeing my videos, come back, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.